Good morning, hello. Today we are going to make some awesome bananas Foster Crepe. Protein rich, delicious nutrition, under 300 calories. So we're gonna get started with some egg whites and we're gonna use some protein powder. That's gonna be our crepe, very easy. Then we're gonna have a filling that's gonna have Greek yogurt, 0 fat, and banana. And we're gonna use some of this stevia brown sugar and some cinnamon and nutmeg to flavor it up. And we're gonna top it off with some walnuts, some granola, a little bit of chocolate chips, and that about covers it. So let's get started. We're gonna have 1/3 cup of egg whites plus 2 tablespoons. And I'll have the recipe down there. We're just gonna hang out and make this together. So I'm gonna start with my egg whites. So I've got 1/3 and then 2 tablespoons. I've got this handy little thing here that measures it out for 2 tablespoons right off the bat. Remember, if I lick it, it means I love you, right? I'm gonna add a little bit of water to our eggs. And we're gonna cinnamon it up with some regular cinnamon here. Give it a little bit of salt. A little bit of this salt. Give it a little vanilla. Just a dash. Maybe a little butter extract as well. Because we're not going to use any butter. And nutmeg. I'm going to use my fancy cinnamon that you guys should totally check out. Some of these things I've added down there that you can also grab. And let's see, should we use anise? I'm thinking no. But I am going to use a little bit of banana extract. Just a tiny bit. Okay. And we will whip it up. I'm going to whisk it with my little whisker thing. This thing works pretty good. Now I don't have to bring anything out. So I've got that, and I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar to it, of the stevia kind. Just a little, because we're going to add our protein powder, and that's going to be pretty sweet. So we have 2/3 of the scoop of one of those scoops that come in the box itself. And we'll just whisk that in. Some of those scoops are smaller than other ones that come in there. I mean, they're still based off of whatever the calorie that they're doing, but just, you know, sometimes you're gonna think it's gonna be half and you're like, wait a minute, that's kind of skimpy. And then you realize, oh, well, one of those scoops is bigger than the other one. All right. That's pretty good. I'm gonna add a couple drops of stevia. Maybe just 1. Just to sweeten it up a little. And we're going to make our little filling with some fat-free Greek yogurt. We're going to use 1/4 cup of that. And we're going to flavor this up as well with one of our sugar-free Torani flavors, in salted caramel this time. So I've got 1/4 cup here. And we'll add a little bit of this sugar-free Torani. A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and I'm going to add a little bit of the banana extract just to really punch it up. I do like a little anise in the filling. I don't think we need vanilla, but we do need, maybe we need vanilla, but we do need for sure is the brown sugar. Brown sugar just makes it taste a little more like the actual Bananas Foster stuff. That's tasting pretty decent. I think I am going to add a little vanilla. Okay. A bit of stevia. That's pretty good. All right, so now that we have that yummy taste going on, we're gonna add the banana. And that'll make it bigger and yummier. Banana flavor is awesome. So I'm just gonna quarter that and make little pieces to fold into our Greek yogurt. That way we have a nice thing that we're gonna put in the middle of our crepe. Pretty good. I added just a dash of allspice, and that seems to have really brought out the banana flavor, or at least imitating that rum flavor that we're looking for. And just a pinch of salt, because that always brings out the sweetness in things. All right. All right. Now we can cook our crepe. Make sure my pan is hot. It's not hot. My water did not dance, so I have to turn it up a little and wait till it heats up. Not too hot though, just a little simmer. I'm gonna have a tablespoon of walnuts that I'm gonna warm in the microwave just for a little bit, just to bring out that flavor a little more. Maybe just like 15 seconds. All right, now that my water is dancing on the pan, we're gonna add a little oil, spray oil to the pan. I'm gonna lower the heat. I might even move it out of the heat, and we'll drop our crepe over there. And we'll spread it out. And cover it. We don't need it to be too hot because it's very thin. So I'm moving it out of the heat and into the heat a little, because again, I don't want it to burn. I want it to be nice and soft. In the meantime, you can get the other stuff that's going to be going on there. We have a tablespoon of this granola stuff and some a little bit of these little chocolate things. So, okay, now that our crepe is basically done, what I'm gonna do is try to see if it got stuck somewhere. There we go. All right. We are going to put the filling in there and let it just stay in the warmth. So that way it kind of brings out that banana flavor. Because the bananas Foster's always, you know, they flambe the banana. I'm not doing all that, but I do want the flavor, so I'm just gonna let it be warm a little bit. And I'm gonna add a little bit of brown sugar, both in the center and outside of the crepe, just to crisp it up, kind of melt onto the exterior of the crepe. There we go. And a little more cinnamon as well. And nutmeg. So we're gonna roll our crepe and let it just hang out with the top. While it's doing that, I'm gonna warm a plate. That way when I put it on the plate, it'll stay nice and warm. Kind of something they do at the restaurants. They have heaters for them, but not they're not microwaving them, but I don't have a heater. So you can heat your plate on the microwave. That way, when you put your food on it, it's not getting that shock. Okay, now that we've let it warm through, we are going to put it on our plate. Flip it. That way it has that nice yummy stuff there. I'll go ahead and get the rest of this brown sugar on it. Okay. Yep, it got warmed through, made it taste more banana-y. And we'll put our toppings on here. Some of which is chocolate, so it will melt on top. Some sugar-free syrup, and then our stuff can stick to this. Some whipped cream. Some caramel sauce. Maybe just the teeniest of chocolate sauce. And some cinnamon on top. A little bit of nutmeg. The reason I do that on top is because it's going to give you that smell. And your taste buds rely a lot on your smell. All right, well, I think that's it. Look at this beauty. Bananas Foster Crepe. Under 300 calories. We'll do the tasting here in a little while. But I gotta take a picture. Enjoy the recipe, guys.